I've been watching a lot of To Catch a Predator, so today we're going to be playing the Chris Hansen deck, which is comprised of all the cards that look like they would be caught in one of his sting operations. Um, they look like the cards that would probably be on the sex offender list. Um, and this deck isn't very good, although it does do really well against cards like Firecracker or Berserker or Princess. You know, not actually, but for the joke. Um, for those of you who don't know what that show is, that To Catch a Predator, it's essentially a show where these adults come to meet up with children and do inappropriate things with them, and they get caught in the act. And it's a cool show. It's cool to see the reactions of the people that show up, and to just have them go from, you know, excited and, oh, I want to have a great night, to, you know, then getting caught in the act. So, you know, it's a unique show. It's something I've been watching a lot of. And although the people that show up to, meet these kids are obviously terrible people, there are actually some lessons you can learn from them, and things that they do that are, I wouldn't say good, but, you know, things you can learn from. Like with the mailman who bought a few snacks at the convenience store before heading over, and, you know, the fact that he was so happy and excited to pull them out of his bag. You know, he found joy in little things. Maybe that's something to learn from. Or like the Jeff Sokol, who was just totally unbothered and confident that he wasn't going to get in trouble, that he was just munching on a pizza while Chris Hansen recited every heinous thing he had ever done. You know, maybe that's a lesson to learn, to be confident in yourself. I mean, obviously the overarching lesson is not to meet up with a child for sex, but there's things you can learn in that show. Or like the math tutor who showed up. But the good news is that, you know, at least his hair and eyebrows knew better than to show up. But it also surprises me how many people showed up to the Sting House and they had already seen the show before, and they knew what it was, they knew what the consequences were of them showing up, and yet they did it anyway. So that's something to keep in mind, that all your choices have a consequence, and the people that make choices like there isn't a consequence are the ones that are getting in trouble, and the ones that are probably having a terrible life. So I guess as you go about your day to day, don't be like those predators. Don't meet underage kids, and remember that all your choices have a consequence to them. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.